In 1956, at a quiet conference at Dartmouth College, a handful of scientists made a bold prediction that every aspect of learning or any other feature of intelligence could, in principle, be simulated by a machine. That summer meeting, now considered the birth of artificial intelligence, sparked a revolution. Today, we ask our phones for weather updates, let algorithms recommend our music, and talk to chatbots that can write poetry. But the question remains, what exactly is artificial intelligence? AI is more than just science fiction come to life. It's not just robots or killer machines. At its core, artificial intelligence is the science of making machines think, or at least act, as if they do. But that definition barely scratches the surface. To understand AI, we have to go deeper, into history, into math, into philosophy, into what it means to be intelligent in the first place. So let's start simple. Artificial intelligence refers to systems or machines that mimic human intelligence to perform tasks and can improve themselves based on the information they collect. This can include learning, acquiring data and rules for using the data, reasoning, using rules to reach approximate or definite conclusions, and self-correction. In short, AI is a machine that learns from data, makes decisions, and gets better over time. But AI isn't a single thing. It's an umbrella term. And under that umbrella, there are different types. The most basic is narrow AI. Systems designed to perform a specific task. Think of a spam filter in your email, facial recognition on your phone, or Google Maps finding the fastest route home. These are highly specialized, often invisible, and woven into our daily lives. Then there's general AI, a theoretical form of AEI that would perform any intellectual task a human can do. We haven't built this yet, but it's the North Star of many researchers. Finally, there's superintelligence, a concept made famous by thinkers like Nick Bostrom. This is the hypothetical future where machines not only match human intelligence, but far surpass it. That's where the ethical debates heat up. Because as AI becomes more capable, we start asking harder questions. Can we control it? Should machines make life or death decisions? What happens to jobs, privacy, democracy? But let's not get ahead of ourselves. To really grasp AI, we need to understand how it works. Most modern AI is based on a concept called machine learning, where algorithms improve through experience. Instead of being programmed with exact rules, machine learning systems find patterns in data. If you feed a machine thousands of cat photos, it eventually learns what a cat looks like. This learning happens through complex mathematical models, like neural networks, that mimic, in a simplified way, how the human brain processes information. There's also deep learning, a subset of machine learning which uses layered neural networks to analyze vast amounts of data. This is what powers image recognition, voice assistance, and tools like ChatGPT. Speaking of ChatGPT, how does an AI like that work? Large language models, LLMs, like GPT, are trained on massive data sets of text from books, websites, and conversations. They learn patterns in language, not meaning. But those patterns are so sophisticated that the result feels human. When you ask it a question, it doesn't think like a person. It predicts the most likely next word based on everything it has seen before. it doesn't understand. But it performs as if it does. That's the power and the limitation of today's AI. It's not sentient. It doesn't have beliefs, desires, or consciousness. But it can pass exams, write songs, and translate languages. And that raises a powerful question. What is intelligence, really? If a machine can perform tasks that require human intelligence, does that mean it is intelligent? Alan Turing, one of AI's founding figures, sidestepped the question with his famous Turing test. He proposed if a machine can engage in conversation such that a human can't tell if it's a machine, then it's intelligent enough. But modern AI challenges even that, because we now have systems that appear intelligent, yet lack any understanding of what they're doing. They are, as philosopher John Searle put it, like someone following instructions in a foreign language. They don't speak, producing the right words without comprehension. So is AI intelligent? It depends how you define intelligence. Maybe it's not about understanding, but about performance. Maybe it's not about consciousness, but about capabilities. Or maybe we're building tools that are fundamentally different from us, neither smarter nor dumber, just alien. And with that alien intelligence come incredible possibilities. AI can help doctors diagnose faster. It can help scientists model climate change. It can help disabled people speak. It can create art, design products, and analyze data at superhuman speeds. But it also comes with risk. Bias in algorithms can lead to discrimination. Deepfakes can spread misinformation. Autonomous weapons can raise ethical nightmares. That's why AI isn't just a technical challenge, it's a social one. It's not only about what we can build, it's about what we should build. And that's where humanity steps in, because we're the ones training it, shaping it, choosing what to do with the tools we've made. And as we build smarter machines, we must also become wiser stewards. So what is artificial intelligence? It's a mirror. It reflects our brilliance and our blind spots. It holds promise and peril. It's not the story of machines replacing humans. It's the story of humans redefining themselves through the machines they create. And that story is still being written. Let's zoom out for a moment. To truly understand artificial intelligence, we have to look at how we got here and where we might be headed. AI didn't start with ChatGPT, Siri, or Tesla's autopilot. It began with dreams. For centuries, humans have imagined mechanical minds, automatons in ancient myths, golems in Jewish folklore, and thinking machines in science fiction. But those fantasies became engineering challenges in the 20th century. In the 40s, Alan Turing laid the foundation with his question, can machines think? His work on computation paved the way for digital computers and the very idea that thought could be mechanized. In the decades since, AI has gone through waves of hype and disappointment. The 1950s and 60s saw early enthusiasm, programs that could solve math problems or play chess. But soon, progress stalled. Computers lacked memory, power, and data. The field entered what's called the AI winter. Then came the 1980s. Expert systems ruled. These were rule-based programs that mimicked expert decision-making in narrow fields. Still, they were brittle, struggling to adapt or scale. The real breakthrough came with machine learning. As computing power grew and data exploded, AI entered a new era. By the 2010s, deep learning changed everything, from facial recognition to language translation. And today, we're living in the age of generative AI, where machines not only analyze, but create text, images, music, code. This is a leap, but it's also a reflection of our data, our choices, our flaws. Because AI doesn't invent, it synthesizes. It's trained on what we've made. So its outputs reveal both our genius and our bias. Which brings us to the present. Right now, AI is shaping industries. Finance uses it to detect fraud. Agriculture uses it to optimize yield. Education uses it to personalize learning. In medicine, AI models help spot diseases earlier than doctors. In logistics, they optimize global supply chains. And in entertainment, AI helps recommend your next favorite movie and can even write the script. But the bigger question is, what comes next? Will AI become a true collaborator? Will it develop general intelligence? Will it empower or displace us? These aren't just technical questions, they're human ones. Because AI isn't happening to us, it's happening through us. And the way we guide it will shape the future, not just of technology, but of civilization itself. So where does this leave us? Artificial intelligence is no longer a distant dream. It's a living reality, transforming how we live, work, learn, and connect. But it's also something more. It's a test of our ethics, our creativity, our resilience, and our ability to think beyond short-term profit. Because AI won't just reflect who we are, it will amplify it. If we build it with empathy, it can heal. If we build it with wisdom, it can teach. If we build it with care, it can protect. But if we build it blindly, it could divide, distort, and destroy. That's why understanding AI isn't optional. It's essential, not just for engineers or scientists, but for all of us. Because in the end, AI is not just about machines. It's about meaning. It's about values. It's about what kind of future we want and what kind of humans we choose to be. So the next time someone asks, what is artificial intelligence? You can say, it's not just a tool, it's a mirror. And in that reflection, we have a chance to see ourselves more clearly than ever before.